I'm back again to read another segment from my contracted book, Surrendered. Today we're hearing from Jake, and I should have said this in the very beginning when I first started these segments, that a lot of the scenes that I'm reading don't have Jake and Tess together because it would be a spoiler alert. The mysteries are in those scenes, and if I read them to you, then you may not want to pick up the book because you'd already know what's going to happen. So I'm not going to do that. So here's Jake, and I hope you enjoy. I do a slow drive-by of the house, checking the address against the one I nabbed from Anthony's personnel file. He's been avoiding me for 3 days. Aside from sleeping at the restaurant to wait for him to show, this is my only option. After parking the car around the corner, I hoof it back to his place, or more accurately, his mom's place. If I remember something Katie said correctly, his dad hasn't been in his life for some time. It explains a lot. Rock music blares out the windows. His mom must not be home. Climbing the few steps to the front porch, I check out the yard. Well kept. Anthony strikes me as the kind of kid who'd look out for his mom, the kind of kid who does the yard work and chips in on the housework. There's hope for him. I knock on the door and wait. Nothing. Probably can't be heard above the bass. With hands cupped around my eyes, I peer through a window to the right of the door and have a clear shot of the kitchen at the back of the house. Anthony's got his head buried in the fridge. Between that and the music, there's no way he'll hear me. I head for the back of the house and check the yard for a guard dog before opening the gate. The back door has a window on the upper half, like the one at Tessa's place. Perfect. I don't have to knock. Anthony spots me the minute I get to the top of the landing. If the fear in his eyes and hesitation in his steps is any indicator, he's not too thrilled I'm here. Opening the door, he gives me a tentative smile. Hey, Jake. Can't hear the words, but I lip read. I raise my voice above the din. We need to talk. Leaving the door open, the kid half jogs, half walks into the other room where I lose sight of him. He better not be running. When the noise stops, the silence is deafening. He comes back, places one hand on the edge of the door, and waves me in with the other. I step into the kitchen. There should be a noise ordinance. You have any idea what that'll do to your hearing? Makings of a sandwich are on the counter, but otherwise spotless. How'd you know where I live? I have access to the personnel files. He nods. And you've been avoiding me. He crosses his arms, tucks his hands in tight across an oversized red t-shirt. Why would I do that? Lowered eyes and shuffling steps gives him away. I lean against the counter. You usually show up before closing. A shrug. Probably best anyway. Took me this much time to cool down. His eyes flick my way, then down again. Scared. Good. You have anything to say? Another shrug. The kid's a chatterbox. We had the talk, you and I. Then I catch you groping Katie in the alley. His head sinks lower. Tess has a talk with Katie, forbids her to see you, and now this. He flicks a glance my way, worry lines between the eyes. I didn't know. Huh, I pin him with a glare. You didn't know what? About Tess talking to Katie. I push away from the counter to pace the kitchen. Not enough room to work up a good mad. But you did know we talked. I point from him to me and back to him. Unless I was having that conversation by myself. No. What'd I say? That Katie, well, she's too young for me, but you said you couldn't stop us from seeing each other. He mumbles to his shoes. That's all you got out of that conversation? You mean to tell me you missed the whole point of responsibility? No. Well, I'm responsible when she's with me. So, tell me, kid, Friday night, was that you being responsible? No answer. The night I caught you groping her in the alley, was that being responsible? I didn't want to take her to the party, but she kept bugging me. I jammed my hands into my pockets to keep from slapping him upside the head. Oh, well, had I known that's what happened, how could I possibly pin it on you? He looks at me, resentment in his scowl. Won't be a problem for you anymore, kid. I lean over him. You see Katie again outside of work, and I'll turn you in for contributing to the delinquency of a minor. I'm sure that'd look great on your resume. His eyebrows shoot up. That's it? You want more? I mean, you're not going to fire me? I'm not, but no telling what Tess will do. You mess with her sister again, and I won't hold her back. You got it? He nods, shoulders hunched. I step across the kitchen, grab the door handle, and stop. You have any idea how one accident, one DUI can ruin your life? Again with a shrug. You want to tank your future, that's up to you. But I won't stand by and watch you drag Katie down with you. It's not like that. The kid actually looks repentant. Like what? I'm not a partier. I mean, it was just the one time. I tighten my grip on the handle until it bites into my hand. That's all it takes, kid. Just one time. And that's it for that scene. So come back next week and hear from Tess. Thank you so much.